Hello everybody and welcome to another great episode of Hillbilly Select Reviews, where I select the finest beverages. On Tuesday we do tea and I search far and wide for these teas. Wednesday is Whiskey Wednesday. Thursday I do not do anything. I take a break from reviews. Friday we have beer reviews, getting ready for the holiday. Saturday, which is today, we have wine. Alright? So I like to celebrate the weekend and actually start the weekend with a nice dinner on Saturday night and a beautiful wine. And Sunday, of course, my famous coffee reviews. Now, you know I use this glass for the tea and the coffee. The tea and the coffee and the wine. You know this was designed in France and made specifically for this show in Milan, Italy. Now, today I have a wine, Schnebly Redland's Winery. I bought several of their wines. Let me get this focused in for you folks. Oh, I see here. All right. There we go. All right. See the painting? Look at that painting. I'll explain that in a minute. CocoVino. And there is the back. All right. And here's the top. It's got the foil. We'll get to that in a minute. I went to Florida. And this wine's made in Florida. Now, I've done several different kinds in Florida. Several different kinds from this winery and from other wineries. Florida doesn't have many native grapes. One of them's the muscadine, also called scuppernong. There's a couple others, but grapes don't grow very well in Florida. But there are some wineries doing a great... The muscadine is a cool wine. I do like that. But there are some wineries doing some great jobs with fruits. Where they'll actually ferment real fruit, not fruit flavoring or anything fake or fruit juice. They do it just like wine. They use different fruits. This is one of them, and this one has coconut in it. All right, and so I was intrigued by these. I love playing with these. I love sipping these, especially in Florida in the summer when it's hot, and you just can't beat that when these are chilled down a little bit. So it's Schnebly Redland's Winery, and let's look at this. The wine exhibits an oaky nose and refreshing hints of coconut and lemongrass on the palate with a long buttery finish. We'll see in a second. Pair this wine with sushi, stone crab, shrimp, mahi-mahi, any seafood, folks. All right? We don't need to name every sea creature. This goes with seafood. Light dishes, and I'm sure this is a sipper, right? Where you just don't eat anything, you're just sipping it real nice. I will see, but I'd be thinking it's going to be. And I like that they put though some recommendations for the food on here. It's 11.5% ABV. It's very light. Not very light. Generally, a rule of thumb, 13.5% on a basic red. So it's a little on the light side, which is good if you are going to sip it or have it with food because it won't overpower the meal. But I like where they keep it simple. They tell you, you know, what food to go with. And somewhere on here, I thought I'd seen it, is the... the painting. See, everyone has a different painting, and they describe what that painting is. And this is by Robert Pugh from MacArthur High School's Young Men's Academy. How cool is that? And they picked his painting to go on here. I like that for the label. All right, so let's get the foil off. See what we got here. Got a cork in there. Got a rabbit ear. Corkscrew. Right? So, let's open it. All right. And, all right. Let's see here. This came. Having a little trouble with this cork. Oh, crap. Let's see here. Broke. All right, sometimes happens. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get something to push it into the wine with. Now, I'm going to redo it. I think I can get it the second time actually. Sometimes you got to play with corks. All right, this actually pushed it into the bottle. That's fine. I'm not going to edit this because this happens, and you just do what you got to do. See if we can get it to come out, though. I got it now blocking the... No, it's coming out. Not coming out well. All right, I'm going to have to get something to push... I have something that I stir my coffee with. So I push that through. Now it's perfect. All right. It's not a big deal. I don't ever seal it back with the cork anyway. All right. Got to do like real life, man. You can't... it's like on the range when you're practicing, shooting. You can't just raise your hand and have somebody come over and unjam your gun. You got to learn how to do it yourself. All right. It's a very pale, very, very pale yellow. Very pale. It's got a pleasant smell. Lemongrass, as what they said it smells like, it is in a lot of Vietnamese and Asian dishes. I don't know how familiar everybody is with that. But, so it would be like a citrusy, vegetative smell, according to them. And it does have a smell of coconut water. Slight, not the fake coconut, not the coconut that you're real strong, of a fresh coconut, the milky water in there. Okay, which is a slight, it's not like the artificial coconut. And I smell, it could be considered lemon, tart apple, grapefruit. If anybody described that way, I would agree. It's close enough to that smell, kind of a tart fruit. Interesting, very interesting. So let's see. I'm sorry, I like that smell. Yeah, it's a unique smell. So I'll give the smell. It's faint, and you got to kind of work at it a little bit, but it's there. And as this warms up, it's going to get more aroma to it. The number one taste right away is coconut. A lot of people say I don't like coconut, and then you will not like this wine. But it's a coconut. It's coconut water taste, but it's thick on the tongue, thicker. It's not like water. It's more like whole milk. So again, I love that the coconut taste came through more on the palate than it did on the nose. But that is followed by tart lemon, grapefruit, green apple. Probably if you described a tart fruit, especially a citrus type fruit, I would agree with you. That would be correct. Everybody's palate's a little different. This reminded them a little different. You say tart green apple, you say a little lemon, you say maybe some grapefruit. That's yes. Maybe even a sour a grape. Now you know what are some dishes that you put coconut on? Mix with a lot of Asian food. Especially Thai food. There's fish that has coconut shrimp, for example. It's a seafood. I think there's coconut shrimp. And why am I saying this? Anything where that would be good, where coconut would be good in the recipe, this would be a great wine. Even if it doesn't have coconut. This can add the coconut. So if you're having fried shrimp or grilled shrimp, whatever, this would be your coconut for your coconut shrimp. So yes, so anywhere where any dish you could think of that calls for coconut. Now also as a sipper, to sit around and just sip it. You know, I'm picturing being out in the lanai, overlooking the pool and the beautiful lake on a hot day, and now it's the evening, and the sun's starting to go down, and I want something to sip on, and I want something light and fun, and that's what I was expecting out of this, and that's what I got. All right, that's what I was expecting. I was expecting a fun, different wine, made from coconut, and that's what I got. And it's not terrible, and as a matter of fact, it's good. Taken in context, I enjoy this. I enjoy the smell, which is a light coconut smell, very light, and I enjoy the taste, which is a medium to heavy coconut taste, with what I told you, the kind of the tangy fruit. And there may be this is warming up a little bit. There's a sweet element to it. So it's that little bit of tartness is definitely balanced by a sweetness that's coming through. The tartness is not terrible. There's no real terrible aftertaste of like real tart or the rind of a fruit. It's very just slightly mixed in with the sweetness bouncing it out. Maybe even it tastes a little on the sweeter side. It might be because of the fruit. You have the coconut, a little vegetative now, like a Sauvignon Blanc or so. So if you're looking at it like that, then I think you might enjoy this. If you like a little bit of coconut water, if you enjoy that taste. But only it's better than the healthful coconut water because it's got more flavor than that. So you can tell it's got that, that base of that coconut water, but with a little more complexity, a little more thicker mouthfeel, a little more flavor going on. So that's the best way I can describe this. CocoVino. And if you're in Florida, or they probably ship, if you want to try some of their wines. I got a bunch of them because I couldn't resist all these wines made from all these fruits. I did another one. It was last year when I was in Florida. I went to the winery, and it was, oh man, what was the name of that winery, man? I'm getting to so many wines. Naples Winery, I think. And they had an orange wine made with the real fruit, right? That's why it's important that it's made with the fruit, not just add it and stuff like that. It's the fermented fruit. And it was good. And I did a banana, and it was outstanding. They used fresh bananas in there, and I really enjoyed that for what it was. So that winery had some cool stuff. So then this one had some more, there's some, I don't want to give it away too much, but there's some cool ones coming up from this winery, and I get excited when I get stuff made a little different every once in a while. It's really fun to drink. It's fun to review. It's fun to bring to you all. And if you go online and start looking up this winery and you order some stuff, you'll have some unique stuff for company, for yourself, to bring it over to people's houses. And that's what it's all about, all right? Being exposed to this, learning about this, and just watching it and putting it in the back of your mind for when you may want to try this or have something a little different that nobody else has in your area. So, from Hillbilly Select Reviews, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful Saturday, weekend, or whenever you're watching this.